What's up, guys? October 22nd, 2018, little in-season scouting. Another little in-season scouting trip. We'll check out some more bedding outside of it. A couple 100 yards from it, see what's going into it. And here we go, man. Alright, we're at that tree I sat in last week. And it's where the two bucks were sparring at. It's right here. And this scrape is out in front of me. And what I want to do is push on and see where them bucks came from. And still staying away from the bed. I know where they're bedding at. But I want to see if I pushed a little bit more, if a bigger mature buck's in there. Them boys are still in that scrape. There's two up in there. There's one there. There's one there. So let's go check it out. Big print, dude. Big nice print. Big print. 3-finger print. Not bad. Another scrape, a little deeper in. That's this morning. These deer are using in here. Another scrape along this trail. Outside, about 200 yards outside of the bedding. I'm gonna press on. I don't see no rubs, but I see a lot of scrapes here. There's 4 scrapes here. Believe it or not, I'm like 200 yards from bedding, cruising the edge of it, and I smell a buck. I can smell it. It smells real musky and urine-y, like I smell one. There's one up there somewhere. Just hoping he's not facing this way. But he's up in that bowl up there, I'm sure, that cut over. Seems to me all the little boys are making sign right now. I don't see too many big boys up and about. You know, real ruddy yet. These little boys are getting something in their head like a little teenager running around. And they don't understand it, so they're getting frustrated and making scrapes and little tiny rubs and stuff, so. But these big boys after this full moon tonight they should be on their feet. Man, I smell a buck from standing right here. I'm dead downwind of that wind's coming right to me from the bedding. I smell a booner, like Danny Boy says. I smell a booner. Now bedding is that way, and it's nice and dark in there off of that. And you got a little trail coming up, and this tree right here has an old rub on it from last year, and it's pretty high, and so does this one here has it. So does this one from last year, and it's almost waist high. So if he's dead or not, I don't know, but this is a trail coming off this bedding out there, coming through here, right along this edge of these hollies, and coming down through here. Out right here, and we're right on it, and it goes out towards this way. But then there's a trail cutting off this way too. And this is a little tiny opening in the woods where there's some white oaks. And it's right outside of bedding. Right outside of bedding. These are the spots that are good. There's not much sign here yet, but there's old sign from last year, so that's a good thing. So don't get no more fresher than that. I know it's not big, but it's long. So probably one of them ones I seen the other night, but I'm deeper and they seem to be hitting in here a little bit more. Starting to hit that tree a little bit, and there's a scrape right here. There's a scrape here. There's a small scrape here, and this holly tree is tore up. That little holly branch, that's just tore up as this morning. But the problem is, for not saying this ain't a mature buck, it might be, who knows. This is really far from bedding. It's probably 400 yards from where they're bedding, and they're not going to get there. They're not going to get to you. I mean, if they do, a nice buck gets to you, it's going to be, I mean, right at closing time, man. This time of year, they're getting up and moving and getting in these oaks. I want to get it close as I can. Any time of year to me, I think it's, within 100 yards. Why set up back here when you can sneak in and set up within 100 yards of bedding? I don't get it. But this is a good spot right here. It would be a great spot to deer hunt. But I'm not deer hunting. I'm hunting big boys. I'm hunting, 4, 5, 6 year olds and older bucks. And if there's a few of them in this piece, they're not going to move till right at the cusp of dark, man. They're not going to get 300, 400. Very rarely, in my opinion. During a rut, yeah, but these little boys are laying all the sign down right now, like little teenagers running around chasing girls. Big boys, right after this full moon, I think, like I said earlier. Right after this full moon, you'll start seeing bigger rubs, and so you should. So we'll see what happens. That spot there, you're gonna see a lot of does and young bucks. A lot of does and young bucks. You wanna shoot deer, sit there. That might be last year's, but I'll tell you right now, that's waist high, man. That's a decent buck. That's a decent buck, and if he's alive or not, I don't know, but usually somebody's gonna take his place, so that's what I want to see. And that's the first mature, first good rub I've seen in here. I've seen a few up by the bedding, right on the edge of the bedding, and maybe 40, 50 yards in from the bedding here. I know they're here, but that's a nighttime rub there. Nighttime rub there, because it's wide open in here. Pretty wide open in here. There's no real transition for them to follow. They're just meandering around in here. You're going to see young deer and young bucks in here. So just keep that in mind. Another little tip is you see spots like this, out in the middle of the woods. This is where guys are going to be. They're going to hunt these big openings. There's a big opening over here. I don't know what it is. I don't even bother going over there because I know what's up. There'll be 4 guys in there. There's a big giant opening for 400 or 500 yards going that way and all the way up to the road. So I don't even bother going out there because I know what's up. Me, I'm this way. The deer coming from this way. Why would I set up 500 yards the other way? I'm going to set up as close as I can to the beds. Why wouldn't you? They're going to get to you earlier. Keep that in mind. My hunt the other night proved it. Small bucks, but I was deer hunting that night. But it was an observation sit. But I still knew I could kill there. I think I was 150 or so yards. But now rut coming. I'm 100 yards and in, brother. 100 yards and in, baby.